Hello,
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. What about you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you very much for joining me today. I know that you worked in Thailand and I'd like to ask you a few questions about it. Are you ready?
Yes, sure, let's start.
So, number one, what inspired you to go to teach to Thailand?
Actually, my initial plan was about going to China, but as the local policy about foreign teachers changes there all the time, I did get the job, but they refused me with the documents in the last moment. So I had to change my plan. As I had already planned to go to China or to go somewhere abroad, I quickly started searching for another job. And I thought, why not Thailand?
Okay, great. Was it easy or difficult to get together all the documents?
Actually, before I went there, I didn't need any documents. Like I only needed my diploma, master's or bachelor's. I have both. Uh, the copy of my passport and the record, the no criminal record. That's what I needed. That's what I emailed them to the company, and that's how I got my job. Actually, we didn't have any interview or anything like that.
I'd like to mention that Julia is from Ukraine, so just in case.
Yeah.
Um, Next one is I know that you. So, my next question is was it difficult or easy to teach not using translation and using the knowledge you got during your CELTA course?
This was quite a challenge for me. That's why actually I plan to go and teach abroad. That's why I did my CELTA. Yeah, and I was really scared about doing this because when I came to Thailand, I started teaching in a very small school in a rural area in the north of Thailand. In my town, no one speaks English actually. I mean the local people, and of course it was a challenge. So what I did before, like for example, if I wanted to buy something in the shop or in the restaurant, I usually downloaded the picture of from the internet, or sometimes I used Google Translation. But when it came into the classroom, it was quite easy. Like from the first lessons, I did a lot of demonstration to my students. We played a lot of games. I mean, using TPR, and that's what actually helped me to establish the contact between me and the students. And later, my students became my teachers because they taught me a lot of Thai vocabulary, and I taught them some English.
So, could you tell me a little, could you tell us a little bit of your experience learning the Thai language?
Thai language. Sometimes foreigners who come to Thailand, they call Thai language a cat language because it has some words that look very similar to people. They may have different meanings because if you use the rising or the falling tone, the meaning can change. The meaning of the word can change completely. It was very difficult because some of the words really can have the offensive meaning,
Oh,
and you have to listen to what people are saying, and you have to mind what you tell the person. I must say, like that, the first teachers who taught me Thai language were my students. For example, when we taught some animal or vegetable or fruit vocabulary, I always ask them, "Can you teach me that in Thai?" Yeah, those were the first lessons. The second group of teachers were the local market vendors. Like I usually went to the fresh market. I had to buy some vegetables because I cooked for myself. So if I heard the phrases all the time, or the same phrases all the time, I picked up those phrases and I started using the phrases that the people told me. And when I went to Bangkok, which is in the south of Thailand, I started speaking the local northern dialect. Everyone was telling me, "Oh, where are you from? Like, how do you know this language? You know, because it sounds like when you speak some language of the villager, I guess." Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
nice.
Yeah, that was it.
Um, Also, could you tell us about your ordinary day? Like, when did you start work? What did you do before your work? When did you finish?
I must say that it was quite easy to work in a school. But the lessons usually start earlier than in Ukraine, for example, because all the teachers have to come to school before 7:30. Sometimes we had to do the gate duty, so it means like we were standing at the gate, greeting the students, greeting the parents, saying sawadika to everyone. You know. After that, at 8 o'clock in the morning, we always had the flag ceremony where they raised the Thai flag, they sang the anthem, they were also meditating and praying. And every morning we also had the morning talk by foreign teachers. In our school, we had four foreign teachers. I mean, those who were teaching English, and we had one Chinese teacher. So we usually had some activity with the students. We could teach them some song or some movements or anything that we thought would be useful for them. After that, we had 3 lessons. In my school, we didn't have any breaks. I mean, the lesson is 60 minutes, and you have to teach for 3 hours, and then only you will have a break, which is 1 hour long. So you can have lunch during that time, and in the afternoon we had 3 more lessons. So the lessons usually finished at 3:30 p.m. Yeah, and after that, you could also do some gate duty if it was your turn, or you could go home.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And what did you do after the work?
after work, that was the normal teacher's routine. We could meet some friends, or we can prepare the lessons for the next day. Usually went out to the market or to some restaurants with other teachers from the school. As for me, for the last 6 months, I was preparing for my Delta Module 1 exam, or maybe doing some other kind of things, like it's just ordinary.
Mm, I see. What time did you go to bed? As you say that you had to be at school before 7:30.
Uh, in Thailand, people go in. I mean, in the place where I lived, because if it comes to the bigger city, they usually go to bed later. In my area, people usually go to bed very early because when the sun goes down, everyone goes to bed. Actually, they wake up very early, like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. So my ordinary time was like 10 or 11 p.m. and I woke up at 6. But some people wake up earlier if they want to go to the market. You have to go to the market if you want to buy some fresh vegetables or fruit at around 5 or 6 a.m. If you go later, you will not find anything.
My God.
Yeah.
Could you name, please, three things which are totally different in education in Thailand and in Ukraine? For example, I heard you've just told us the flag ceremony, which is totally different. It sounds totally different for me.
Yeah, we have some kind of this ceremony in Ukraine, I guess, only on Mondays in my hometown. Um, but in Thailand, everything is different.
Yeah,
Okay.
I understand, but I need only three things.
Okay, let us say the students are different. In a primary school, they don't bring any electronic devices to school. They don't use the mobile phones, and they enjoy happy childhood because they cannot use all of that stuff in the school. They play the games that we used to play when I was a kid. And it was a great pleasure for me because I could play those games with them and become a child one more time, you know. Another thing is, okay, is about discipline in the school. Um, Actually, in Ukraine, we don't have any punishments for the students. But in Thailand, the teachers can hit the students, and many times I saw the teachers, yeah, hitting the students with the stick or anything, or with the hand, and no one will tell you anything. The parents will not complain, and it's quite normal. So it was. When I saw this, I felt very sorry for the students.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one more thing, I guess that everyone, every student in Thailand, if this is the girl, they need to have the bob haircut. Yeah,
Oh,
or they need to make plaits, you know. But if this is the boy, only the short haircut for the boy. If the hair grows longer, the teacher might even do the haircut for you in the school
oh my
in
God,
front
that's
of
so.
everyone. Yeah, that's what I saw in my school. I don't know about other schools, but that's what I saw. Like, hmm
And the last one is, could you give two pieces of advice to a person who is going to teach in Thailand?
okay, if you are going to teach in Thailand, be patient. I mean, the Thai people have the philosophy of sabai, which is everything has to go smoothly. They don't rush anywhere. Like if they don't want to do anything, they will say next time. So if you hear someone in Thailand saying next time, it means never. This is the first thing, and the other advice is. If you are not ready to, if you are not open-minded, if you are not ready to eat the local food, if you are not ready to try on the local clothes, I mean, emerge with the culture, just stay home and don't go to Thailand. Mhm.
Julia, thank you very much for your time. I wish you an amazing and productive day.
Thank you. Thank
And I
you.
hope that I'll see you next time here on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, thank you for the chance. It was my first interview, and I would really love many teachers to go and teach in Asia because this is like you are going to another planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the description of the video, I will write down some tips which Julia has just told us for you to have a look and to follow them perhaps. See you later, alligators. Bye bye.